Hello everybody, it's me TheGeekDaddy. Welcome back to another Farming Sim 25 video. We're back on the farm on the Island Life Alone in the World farm. And this is part 4, as you can see from the title screen. Part 4, Prepare and Plant. If you've been following the series so far, you'll know that we've been working on some fields. If we go into the construction menu, that will give you the easiest view of how the farm is looking. We've added a few fields off camera since part 3. Let's show that. So as you can see, since part 3 we've been doing some preparation work and tidying up and just improving the farm here and there. I finished part 3 by cultivating various fields off camera. I've also added a couple of extra fields. So we've got this one we saw on camera here. We've added this one, which just needs some cultivation, but we have a seeder here that allows us to cultivate and plant at the same time. So that saves us a little bit of time. So we've got these 3 fields, this one here as well, and then we travel up to the farmyard here. We've added a few new buildings. We've also added a lime pit and a manure pit. That is a mod. So if I go to tools, I think it is in, and it's down in here somewhere. No, it's not. It's in container. So if we go to container, it's here, and the mod is called Buying Slurry Manure and Lime Mod, and you get several options in there. So you get a manure heap, liquid manure buyable, and then a lime heap as well. So just a little area where we can purchase or gather our manure and our lime if we aren't producing enough. Because let's not forget, we've only got pigs at the moment, and they aren't producing a lot of manure very quickly. We've also got this mod here, which is a manure crane, an older style manure crane. So that's in the tools section. So if we just go up to here, this is in tools and it's in the manure crane. It's there. There's 3 variants there. That's a fairly new mod to come to the game. It's quite interesting. It picks up the manure and it dumps it into the trailer for you. That's what it does. But we've got options there. We've got some beehives down as well across the farm to produce honey. Our honey trigger is over here by our greenhouse. So we've got some decorative sheds. These aren't functional at all. They don't really do anything. But they're there to show that the farm is working and has various things going on. So this is our honey pallet spawn point here. Next to our 2 greenhouses. We've got our main greenhouse that has produced more goods by the looks of it. And then of course we've got our mushroom greenhouse over here. I've sort of decorated the area right next to the distributor as well. Planted some trees there just to sort of smarten it up, make it look a bit more lived in. We've also put down an asphalt road. This being the main road in and out of the farm. I felt that something a bit more hard wearing than just mud was needed to take us from that farm entrance down through the main part of the farm and around here to our main yard where we've got our unimog full of straw to take that to the pigs and various other places. And then also quite a contentious issue at the moment if you're in England is flags. We have got England flags up, but that's because we're proud to be English. It's not a racist thing. We're taking ownership of the flag from those people, from the racists, basically. Let's just touch on that very quickly and move on. So yeah, plenty of things going on at the farm. Plenty of things happening, and we are going to prepare and plant. So in order to prepare and plant, we need to put down some lime and fertilizer and make sure the fields are all ready to go, and then we'll plant. So our planter is down here. We have this one which also cultivates for us. It's quite handy. So we'll grab our tractor. We'll use our T7, I think, for this. Only because it has the horsepower required. I think we can use another tractor. We'll give it a go. Our T7 is parked in there. We could use one of the others. Let's just jump across. Let's use the T7 for now. So what we need to do first is we need to apply the lime. So we drive round up here to the right to our first field. This hasn't been cultivated. We'll use the planter on that. So we've got this. This came recently in the Mercedes pack, I believe it was. This trailer. This is a brand new lime trailer. It has a scoop, a shovel on the back on the crane, which is quite cool because we can go to our lime heap over there and fill up our trailer using the crane. We'll show that in a minute when we need to. So we have got lime. We'll activate our steering assist, like so. And then this is the first time I've used this trailer, so it will be interesting. Unfold fertilizer spreader. Well, that's interesting. Oh. Or fold, because that has put out the feet, which means we won't be able to drive anyway. Okay, so we don't do that then. Aha, so we just do it like normal. We don't have to unfold it. There we go, right. Let's zoom out a little bit. So that doesn't have any spreading discs or anything, it just does that way. It's quite a heavy trailer. Even for this tractor. So we line these fields. So. Oh, why did it not take the line? There we go. So you can see how our lime is having an effect. We have got precision farming on. So you can see the lime just increasing our pH level. And giving us the optimal rate for the soil type. In the mini map there, you can see it changing colour. Try not to crash into our pig pen. Our chickens are going off as well. We'll check all of our chickens for eggs as well in a minute. See how we're getting on with that. One thing we still haven't done is found any more of the magical farm balls, the hidden objects. We still haven't found any more of those. So at some point we'll need to go on a hunt for them. There's still 24 to find. We are now into the evening of the first bit of September. So what we have done, we have set our months to be 2 days per month in game. And we have also, for now, normally I run it at ×2, so let's just change that as well. We'll turn that off for the minute. We'll just make sure that we save regularly. So we'll do that now. while we're thinking about it, and then we won't need to do it until we end the session. If we remember. Which we will. Right. So this field is nearly done with the line. I'm not doing it in the best fashion, but you know, it's getting the job done. Probably not the most efficient way. Jumping cab very quickly. We've got just that last little bit there. Oh, that's a different camera view. That's not a camera view I'm used to. There's a couple of different camera views with this trailer. Notice. I'm just going to go straight up here. I'm not going to follow a line. I'm just going to drive straight up in order to just finish this little bit off. So, turn that off. Yeah, so there's a different camera view. There's a cab view. There was the external view you just saw, the cab view now. And then there's this view, which is a crane view, I imagine. Which, when you unfold it, you are able to access the crane, the shovel. Something interesting. So that's this field line. Let's just jump out of our tractor very quickly. That's saying the pH is good. Perfect. That's fine. Nitrogen level. We jump into our map and go across to precision farming. There's several things we can check here. So you can check our soil type. As you can see. Loamy soil. Our pH level is pretty much okay for field 2, and then plot 1 up here needs improving in these fields as well. For some reason these ones haven't yet come up. And nitrogen, we could do with putting some fertilizer down. So we'll do that next. We'll jump back in here, we'll lime all the fields, then we'll fertilize, and then we'll plant. We'll go around here to the left to this one of the newest fields, and on the way you will spot on the right hand side a couple of new additions. We now have goats in this Stone Farms pack in the mod. There is a shed for your goats. You can put the goats in there. That's quite cool, I think. So just for now, the goats with their babies are just running around in that shed. We'll put some straw down for them in a moment. There's also a storage area for various products, bales and pallets, as you can see there. And then we've got another sort of storage shed as well for there. I think, if I remember rightly, that might be the vegetable one. Double check. So round to this field here. We'll go up this top end around the corner, and then we'll get our limer unloaded. Activate our line like so. turn that on, and away we go. Let's not forget that we are preparing the fields for winter crops, so our winter wheat and barley, which will get down on pretty much all of these fields for the time being. We always have the option to create more fields for our spring and summer crops, which we'll get to when we get there. The birds are flying across. What are they, storks? They look like storks to me. Quite interesting. Which kind of ties in nicely to the fact that we have made this the farm. The whole premise of the series is that we are operating a farm on a nature reserve. We're running the island for a government authority, and just managing the island and running a small farm as well on the property. We still have a couple of our subsidy signs still going. We removed a couple, but I have placed one back just to help us tick over. I don't want to go too silly. You'll have heard me say that previously. I'm not going to go silly and mod in a stupid amount of money. We want to give ourselves a fair degree of challenge. Yeah, right. So yeah, like I say, we'll get these fields lined. What's happened to the line on that one? It's all over the place there. Right. T7 being the workhorse that it is, allowing us to get this job done. We'll put the flashing lights on, why not? Last little bit. We have missed a patch up over there by the looks of it as well. We haven't done this cleanly at all, but yeah, hey ho. We're getting the job done. Turn off our lime wagon. Still got a fair bit of lime left. What we can do as well, if we unfold, and then that has automatically moved our crane like so. It's quite swingy. And then if we go like so, we can go unload. Ah, no, we didn't want to do that. That didn't go quite the way I planned it to. That's refilling that. Didn't quite go to plan. Let's refill it. It's quite interesting though that emptying this trailer puts it into big bags rather than just tipping it all out. Somehow I'm going to need to drive this tractor so I can still drive with it unfolded. That's interesting. The sound in this headset is gone crackly. Try that. So that has now refilled itself. What I want to do, I'm not sure about this camera angle. The fact that the camera swings with the shovel. There we go. So it's up on the D-pad to open and close the shovel. Like so. And then we can fold it all up. And jump back into our external view like so. We'll drive round to the next field. In fact, what we might do is just fill up whilst we've got the opportunity to. So we'll back up. Which we have done really badly. We haven't done this at all well. We have messed this up big time. Right, let's try that again. That's more like it. So we can simply just start filling by clicking the trigger. Now I wonder whether if we can fold this. Oh. If we unfold, can we now then use the shovel to what I'm wondering, why have my revs gone up on my tractor? Can we grab a load of this out of the pile, or do we... Oh. Ah, I think that answered our question there. As you can see, for some reason... Oh, I think we can. Right, let's have a look. Right. Close shovel. Well, did that grab anything? It did not. Ah, okay. So, with the lime heap, this doesn't work. As you can see, it's not picked up anything. Something to note if you're going to use this trailer with the lime heap. Then it doesn't work that way. Never mind. This is literally just for buying. That has filled up the shovel though. That's one way to do it, I suppose. And then I've just dumped it there. Right. Okay. That wasn't really the plan. But we have managed to pick that all up. So, ooh. My crane control is awful. And then we can move that over there like so. And then it will empty into there. Right, so we can do that. Now, if we fold this back up and start filling, we can fill the trailer up. That's how that works. Right. Now that's filled the shovel up. That's not what I wanted. Now there we go. That's it. So you fill the shovel up first, and then it fills the trailer up on the second press of the filling button. There we are. We've learned something together. But it's quite a cool trailer. I quite like it. Being able to mess around with that shovel attachment is quite cool. And of course, if you were to buy lime and then dump it on a pile to use later, if you wanted to do it that way, you could do it that way. I've just used this mod. It's just a quicker and easier way to do things for the purposes of the videos, of course. But like I say, you could buy it from this pile, transport it to your farm. You could put this anywhere on any of your maps, this lime heap and the manure heap, and then buy the product, transport it to your farm, and then dump it at the farm in another pile to use the crane later, I suppose. So let's get going to our next field. We'll jump in cab. It's a bit less noisy. We will go right here, past the goats again. And then we go to our other fields, which are over here, past our greenhouse. On the way, we will just park up very quickly. We'll just stop. We'll go and sort out our productions, our produced items here. We've got a few in the greenhouse, as you can see, in our platform area. So by raising those up, they get stored in our warehouse, which is just up there. And then we bring this back down. And then if we just climb up this ladder, we should be able to climb up this ladder. There we go. You can see our stored goods are all on the shelf there. We can then take them out. They will then drop down there as previously mentioned, they drop down into that area for picking up and taking to the various selling points. Now we could put a selling point on the map. I'm not sure there is a selling point. Let's have a look at our prices. So there's buying station and there's a terminal, which is obviously at the dock. So we can take it to the dock area and sell the products there. Obviously, if we put down a different product selling area, another production, then obviously we can sell it there if we were to take barley to the a mill or something, for example. But at the moment, it's the buying station and the terminal to sell everything. We may not put production down on this map too much. Things like a dairy, we might put a small dairy down for selling our goat milk and goat products. Are we going to get cows? I don't know. We'll just have to see how things develop as we go through. Back to our tractor, which is just down there. I'll hop back in the cab. And we will start here. As good a place as any, I suppose. Let's activate our lines, thank you. And so this field has already been cultivated. Also, what we've done, we've turned off field stones for the time being because, quite frankly, that whole process annoys me. So we turned it off. We did have it turned on initially, so I did remove field stones from this field. And then I turned it off just because I would rather do anything in game other than picking up stones. Of course, that is personal preference. If you want to have field stones on, by all means leave it on. But I know a lot of players who simply just never turn it on. It's called the carbonator. That's quite interesting. Why has it changed the line as I've drive forwards? That's quite ridiculous. Let's drive forwards first and then activate our line. Do it that way. There we go. Make sure we get this little bit as well. We could tidy the field up so we haven't got that little section, but you know, it's whatever. Let's swing around and make sure we get all of the field. We've missed a few patches. So I have deliberately made the fields odd shapes because, quite frankly, big rectangles of open space bore me to tears. So I've tried to make the fields various sizes and shapes, sort of following contours of the land as best I could, because I think that makes it look more interesting, more sort of natural. Let's turn that one off and we'll go across to the next field up to here. And we are now into the evening. It is now 6 o'clock in the evening. So we need to get this done before the end of the day. did apparently put some lime down already on this field by the looks of it. We'll do the up and down and then we'll do the headland on this one. I think this one has also been cultivated. I just hit the fence. Never mind. So we have just received a bit more money from our subsidy. I will monitor that. If it starts to get a little bit silly, like I say, we will remove the sign again. We do have the rich state subsidy. There's a sign just over there by the gate. You can see it, the white square. That is our government subsidy rich state sign. We've missed a couple of spots, but it'll be alright. Oh, we've missed a spot there. Thought we had that one. Never mind. Nope, there's a fence there. Right, turn that off. Now, what I haven't checked is whether these fields will allow me to create some tram lines. Probably this one. That one has, but these ones will not. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Now, this field has also been cultivated ready. That field next to us has not been cultivated yet, but we will cultivate it with the planter that we have, the seeder that we have also cultivates whilst planting, and you'll see that in action in a second. Just limed that bit of field. Never mind. We were going to do it anyway, so we might as well. Why did that bit not get done? Do that bit there. Right. Turn ourselves around and get that last section up here. We're also not getting any data back from this field. I think what we might have to do is do some soil sampling on this field. We might have to buy a soil sampler, take some soil samples, and then we may be able to see our precision farming bits and pieces. So let's turn this off. Let's lime it anyway. Sorry, let's lime it anyway, and then we'll take some soil samples and work out where we are at. I think perhaps I should have done that the other way around, but too late now. We've got things to do. This is not telling us any values, so perhaps we should have sampled the soil first. It's kind of annoying it hasn't come up on these. It's come up on these, but it's not come up over on here, so we need to work that out. Find out why that's happening. Oh, it's not driving to the river. I think we may be stuck. We've managed to redeem ourselves ever so slightly there. That was not the plan. Now, can we reconnect to this without ending up back in the river? It does not look like we can. Ah, this doesn't work very well, has it? Oh, we do it that way. Are we able to drive back up? Yes, there we go. Right, I saved it. I'll have my lines back, please. Thank you. At least it gave the tractor a quick wash, I suppose. It didn't really. The tractor's still filthy, but yeah, the wheels had a wash at least. Let's swing round and get this line. We'll also turn our lights on. Yeah. Yeah, we have picked up quite a bit of dirt. We'll give the tractors a wash as we get into the part of the year where we won't really be doing a lot of farming. Into the winter months, we'll do all of our maintenance and our washing, I suppose. Also making sure the animals are alright through the winter as well. So we are going to have to refill the trailer in a minute. We've got 400 litres left. We may get the field done before we run out. Yeah, that'll do. So we do have one more field, which is on the other side of the farm. Perhaps we should have done that one before we came over this side. Never mind. Our street lights have just come on. Whoa, nearly went over the bridge. Go around to the left. I'm now going to have to move the Unimog out the way. Which has the straw for the goats. So we will fill the goats' straw up in a moment. We'll head up the hill to the right. So we'll head up here and to the right. We do have a wood chip and pellet heating unit as well, just here. That's producing electricity for us. And then we have this field here. What we might do, I might get an AI worker to just do this last field, and we'll go off and feed the goats. So let's go across to AI worker and make sure they do their job properly. We will jump out. So they're off doing that. We'll jump across to our Unimog. We'll just tab through. There we go. This one takes a little while to get going, I've noticed. It can be a little slow through the gears and things. They seem quite happy. We're going to take this whole thing of straw and then some. How much straw do they need? Let's jump out and find a dialogue and actually find out how much straw they are needing. So, that's not it, is it? Into here. They require quite a lot of straw. That seems quite ridiculous. We do have a fair few goats in this. I think it's about 80 goats. No, wait. 22 and 8, that's 30. 40 goats we have in there. But they require quite a considerable amount of straw. And grass, apparently. Okay. We will give them more straw and grass. Oh. Yep. This does seem to be struggling to get going, this Unimog. It does seem to be struggling quite a bit. I don't know why. But we do have a second one. It's just parked away under the farmhouse, in the garage area under the farmhouse. We have bought a second one, or hired a second one. I think we may have hired it. I've gone the wrong way. So they wanted grass as well, so let's get them some grass. And then we'll get them some more straw. This, that doesn't seem very full at all. Oh, that's because it's gone into that one. It's gone into the rear trailer of the Unimog, the rear section of the Unimog, rather than the trailer. So we'll fill up the big trailer. Give them some extra grass. We just have to wait for that to fill up. In the meantime, we'll just check the chickens down here. They seem okay. AI workers finished their task. Okay. Productivity is fine. Eggs, that's all fine. Yep. In fact, we can scroll through animals. Pigs, there we are. Right, so pigs, they've got plenty of straw, they're producing manure, they have base food, grain, protein, root crops. They are okay for the minute. We have 128 pigs, 40 goats, so we need some grass for them, and straw. Chickens, they are absolutely fine there. They haven't produced any eggs yet because they are chicks, they're only a month old. These chickens, 7 months old, they have produced 20 litres of eggs, so that's fine, and they have produced 11. So, animals are ticking along fairly nicely in this front. Right, are we full of grass yet? Yes, we are. Let's go. Come on. Get moving. We will need to give them some water as well. Why are we... Why have we not got a trigger? Interesting. There we go. And they apparently don't need as much grass as I thought, but there we are, they've got their grass. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the rest of the grass now. We may have to put it into a silo of some description. We do have, I don't know if this is the fodder dryer we put down over here. Yeah, this is the fodder dryer, so we can put stuff in here. Which apparently already had straw in it. Interesting. We can deploy the pipe. We don't want to deploy the pipe. Where's the lights? Light switch is here, right. Turn on shed lights, like so. So this apparently already has straw in it. I didn't know that. But we can put our grass in and it will turn into hay. So we do have this grass that we bought. So it doesn't look like there's any straw in there. I don't know why it's saying there's straw. That is a bit tight in there, isn't it? Right, we can dump grass. So this goes into there. You can see it moving already. And then what you will get out of there is you will get hay. So it dries the grass and turns it into hay. I want to get rid of this trailer. Disconnect that for a minute. And dump this as well. I can't see if there's any grass in there. For some reason it's not showing that there's grass in there. So I'm not sure what's happening with that. But there should be. I'm a bit concerned it's going somewhere else. Perhaps the distributor is doing something, taking it from this various. It's silo straw hay. So this, I might have to get rid of this silo here then. So it seems that these are interacting with each other. This silo area here is interacting with the other one. So we'll get rid of that for now. And we'll just have an open area. We'll put something down. We'll put something in that area for the in a moment, perhaps. How very strange. I hadn't realised they were interacting with each other. But it's still not showing. We may have a problem. We may have a problem. That's in order to have a look and see what's going on. Where's our productions? So I think... No, it's not. Because our distributor is not storing any of that. So what on earth? Is there anything in there? There is stuff in there. Universal underground bulk storage. Ah. So, for some reason, this underground storage has the same amount of straw and hay as the fodder dryer. These are all... And so does that. So that's got straw in it. They're all interacting with each other. How strange. That's an interesting issue. Right, okay. So if I get rid of this... Silo's not empty. Okay, well we'll sell those. We'll sell that. We'll sell all of that. We'll make some money. So we've made a bit of money. And I'll try and sort out what's going on with these silos and things. If I sell this one, I'll do some jigging around and work out what's going on. How interesting. Right. With it getting increasingly dark, we will end our working day, I think. We'll sleep quickly and then we'll come into our 2nd September day where we'll start planting. So I will bring you guys back in just a moment once we put this away, and we'll sleep. You guys will come back and it will be September the 2nd. I'm just going to pop this here for now. Right, I think I've sorted it. Welcome back. I know it was seconds for you, but it was a few moments for me. I've sorted it. I've moved a few things around. I've got rid of a few silos and then just tidied up a little bit. So what was there before is now not. As you can see, we've now got our vegetable silo. So planning ahead for vegetable harvesting. So we've got our vegetable harvest there, vegetable silo there. And then right next door we have got our fodder dryer, which is now empty because we sold what we had. And then obviously opposite we have got our our goats, which seem to have taken the straw that we had before. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, they've got some straw. Let's just check that they have and it hasn't just been a glitch the whole time. Let's go down to there. So they have total capacity grass, and they've got some straw as well. The straw for some reason seemed to populate in about 3 different areas. I've no idea what that was all about, but hopefully we fixed it. And also I've noticed by sleeping and moving into September 2, remember we're doing 2 days per season, per month. By having the subsidies on, we have been awarded 2,584,457. So we received quite a significant payment of about £2 million while we slept. So I have taken the subsidy signs off. I've removed all of them, taken them away. That is going to be, for the time being, the only subsidy payment we receive. So, with that all sorted out, and what appeared to be a glitch sorted out, if we need to move the goats, we'll move the goats later on. But for now, that's that. We will get on and plant our fields. It is raining, so I'm not sure how that will affect our yields. It probably will. I know in real life you don't normally plant in the rain, but I want to get this done and get our crops planted. So we, having had our AI finish this job overnight for us, or late last evening, we are now going to take this trailer, put our lime trailer away somewhere. We could just put it up here somewhere. Is there a place to park it in there? I don't think there is. Right, we'll take it down to the main farm. We'll park it up down there somewhere. We are going to need another area. Oh gosh, hello. What? Seems that our tractor slipped there and became. No, that's not good, is it? Right. Well, we have a problem. So, the way to fix that, of course, is to buy a chainsaw. Or we can look at one of the other mods that we have for forestry. Where do we go in here? We have an axe. We have a couple of axes actually. These are mods, Husqvarna mods. We have a machete as well apparently. I don't know when I downloaded these mods, but it could be due to a multiplayer game I was running with a few friends, and they had the mod installed, so I had to install it. I quite like this one, so I'm going to get this one here. So let's switch our hand tool, and then we will clear this tree away in an attempt to free up our trailer. I think this is just the easiest way of doing it. Okay. It doesn't appear to have got rid of the tree at all. There's some real issues coming up with this map at the moment, I've noticed. Right. I want to chop enough of it to make it go away. Like so. My sound is there. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but as I'm recording, I'm having some real sound issues. Not sure if that's translating across to the video, but we'll find out when we come to edit. But at time of recording, as I'm recording this, I can hear some sound issues. Right. Right, that should allow me to simply drive away now. Get it over that stump. I'll come and clean that up later. Let's get on with it. So I need to work out where I'm going to park this trailer. I did put a shed down, I think, down here. See if we can put this in there. Now, will this trailer fit inside one of these? Yes, it will. Right, let's get that moved away. We'll put it in there properly in a little while. Right, let's get these fields planted. So, like I said, this cedar. So we've got a extended tank at the front, which means we are going to have to drop this weight. So we've got a weight on the front of our tractor. We'll have to drop that, like so. We'll just detach that there. So we've got our cultivator here, a Horsefiner 6SL cultivator, which has a seeding unit attachment. So we've purchased the seeding attachment, and then we have a supplementary tank that goes on the front like so. So let's fold the cedar up just while we move across. So we've got wheat in it at the moment. We'll do a couple of fields of wheat, a couple of fields of barley, and see how we get on. Let's activate our lines, like so. We don't actually need to lower that. Let's go across to our cultivator. So as you can see, it says cultivator unfold. It's a cultivator with a seeding unit, so it does both at once, which is very, very handy. Activate our line. Turn on cultivator. I assume it is now putting the seeds down. Yeah. Just make sure that we are putting the seeds down. Yes, we do need to put fertilizer down. We will put fertilizer down after seeding. There we are. Nitrogen bad. Right, needs rolling. So we'll fertilize and do all of that. What I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to look at the requirements, horsepower requirements for this equipment. If I can get an AI to also get these seeds down, then that would be perfect. Now, interestingly enough, the thing that I'm using isn't actually under seeders, it's under cultivators. It's the horse, it's this one, Finer 6SL. So it requires 220 horsepower, and we only have the one tractor that is capable of using this equipment, so we will just carry on. So I'll carry on planting these fields, and if you join me in the next part, we'll carry that on and we'll figure out where we're going from there. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for joining. Take care for now. Bye bye.